What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Emma, also known as Vancouver Foodie, and I have a very fun recipe for you to try out today. I know we're all in quarantine right now, which means we have to stay home and dream and kind of scramble for new recipes to make, so I hope this is going to be a fun one for you to make on your own or with friends and family. Just kidding, maybe not with friends because we're not allowed to invite them over. But these are the taro balls that we all love ordering from Meetfresh or Blackball. It's a very popular Taiwanese dessert actually, and it's perfectly paired with grass jelly, milk, barley, yam. I'm just thinking about all the toppings that are at Meetfresh right now, to be honest. But it's very fun. It has this QQ texture, almost doughy-like and mochi-like. It sticks to your teeth just a little bit, but not enough for it to stay. So I hope that you guys have fun, but let's get cooking.
We're gonna have some fun in the kitchen today, and we're gonna make homemade taro balls. And yep, it only requires 4 ingredients. I'll be teaching you step by step and also throwing in some pro tips. These are the 4 ingredients that you're gonna need: taro, tapioca starch, sugar, and potato starch. So let's get it started, shall we? Before we even get to the taro, we need to prepare our steamer, and that means filling it up with water and turning it to medium-high heat. And to get things started for our taro, we're gonna halve it and also cut off the ends. Then flip it over and make sure it's stabilized, and we're gonna use a sharp knife and cut off the skin, rotating it little by little. Major pro tip is do not use a peeler because it is way too rough. And once we are finished cutting off the rough sides, we are going to also cut away the leftover grooves. And once we've done our quality check, we are going to rinse it off. Yep, we gotta make sure they're clean before we proceed here. Now we're gonna rotate our taro to the side and start cutting them into medium thick slices. Then proceed to cut them into strips like this and then cube it off. You'll notice that the taro is quite chalky and a little sticky, so make sure you be careful as you cut them. And just a heads up that the smaller you cut the cubes, the faster it will cook. And at this point, your steamer should be coming up to a boil, so we are going to cover it up and steam for 30 minutes. After the 30 minutes, use a chopstick to test how soft it is. And if you find your taro to be a little hard like I did, I added a bit of water and steamed it for 10 more minutes. Then do another little chopstick test and it should be ready. Transfer your taro into a heat-proof bowl and let it cool down a bit. And let me tell you, cooling is key, y'all. But while it's still hot, make sure you add the sugar and mash until it is smooth and incorporated. Once you think you've mashed enough, add the tapioca starch and continue mashing because we are doing the mash, the monster mash. So along the way, if you find that it is a little too dry, add a tad bit of water, and if it's too moist, add some more tapioca starch. After mashing for a while, it should be cool to a touch. So feel free to use your hands now and mold it together into a giant round ball. And feel free to use a board like here so it would be nicely incorporated together. Then take a clean knife and cut it into 4. And don't forget to put the remainder back in the bowl and cover it with plastic wrap. This will prevent it from drying out. Then with the quarter slice, we are actually going to cut that into another half and roll it into a ball so it's easier to work with. Then we're going to use our 2 hands and slowly roll it out into a log. And make sure you are very delicate and gentle with it because if you have chunks of taro, it can come apart quite easily. Once it is rolled out to your liking, you're going to cut the strip in half and into square cubes, just like this. And this is exactly where the potato starch comes in. We are tossing it so that it doesn't stick together. We don't actually incorporate inside it, but it does help with the final product. So yeah, shake, shake, shake. Shake and bake. Just kidding, we're not baking here. Okay, now hold up. Y'all need to know that I've gone through some trials and some tribulations to get to where we are today with this recipe. As I was trying out the taro, I also tried out a yam, and that one went south. The whole thing was quite similar, but I was overlooking one major element. So our lesson of the day is do not add the tapioca starch while the yam is still hot, because it will lead to the breaking down of the bonds. And now back to regular programming, because we want to cook these and enjoy them, don't we? So we're going to bring a pot of water up to a boil and drop the taro balls in, stirring them frequently so they do not stick together. Once it comes to another boil, you're going to add half a cup of water, cold I might add, and bring it up to another boil. This will ensure that it gets cooked through. Then, once it's scooped out, you're going to add a spoonful of sugar and half a cup of water to cool it down and to prepare it for our delicious dessert. Yes, friends, we are going to add a few more toppings to jazz it all up together. So I usually have grass jelly home, so we're gonna use that up. We're gonna open up that can and slide that baby into the bowl. Then proceed to cut it into cubes or chunks. Then scoop however much you want of grass jelly into your serving bowl. And then of course our deliciously ready to be eaten taro balls. Yes, 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 let's go, go, go. QQ time. And last but not least, we're gonna finish it off with a bit of fresh milk. Then mix it all together and we're ready to eat.
So there you have it, the recipe for the taro balls, and I hope you have a fun time making it at home. Let me know in the comments below if you ever have any suggestions or things that you've discovered along the way as you make it yourself at home during this time. And I hope that everyone stays safe, stay healthy. And if you did enjoy watching this video or this recipe, feel free to smash that like button, subscribe, or that notification bell so that you don't miss a single beat. See you next time.